What is going on, guys and girls? My name is James and welcome back today to Roblox. How are you doing, everyone? Welcome back, welcome back. Today, of course, it is time once again for some brand new Bee Swarm Simulator. And today, I have been on a journey, an experience, a voyage of thoughts and theories, and I have come to a very important conclusion. And today, I'm going to share that conclusion with you guys. It's going to be quite spiritual. But before we do that, of course, 3, 2, 1, claim the hive. So yeah, how is everybody doing out there today? Sarah from America, John from England, Stephen from France. I don't know. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you guys and girls are awesome. Yeah, right. So, just like super quickly, I'm sure you guys have noticed that the uploads on the channel for Bee Swarm have slowed down a little bit over the past couple of weeks. Now, this is simply just because these quest lines are taking a lot longer than previous ones, and I kind of always try when I make a Bee Swarm episode to have something new to show you guys or hand in or talk about or whatever. So yeah, there is going to be like a little bit of a longer gap between Bee Swarms, but that is literally just because I am here, and instead of just recording me grind honey tokens, I'm kind of waiting for there, to be something cool to show you guys in the episodes. But I did go and check last episode. I think we set a like goal of 3,500 and we managed to do it. We got over 4,000. So yeah, thank you so much for sticking around. I know there's not a huge amount to kind of cover other than the quests right now, but I'm pretty certain that hopefully Onnit is working on the other new stuff that he mentioned. So I'm thinking new mythic bees, new collectors, new red and blue HQ zones. Hopefully he's working on that in the background, and of course as soon as any of that pops up, I will cover it with you guys here on the channel. But yeah, if we can try and go for a cheeky 3,000 in this episode, that would be really cool. Yeah, thank you so much for sticking with the Bee Swarm on the channel. Yeah, thank you. Right, so I promised you revelations, lads. I promised you deep philosophical thoughts. Philosophical, that's hard to say. Philosophical thoughts. I can't say it. Yeah, and here is my conclusion. I have discovered the face of true pain. Do you guys want to see the face of true pain? There it is. There it is. The face of true pain in Bee Swarm Simulator. Oh my days. Yeah, I am here today to talk about the honey quest, let you guys know on my progress and why I feel nothing but anger when I'm staring at this face. Honeybee, look, right? I really liked you when you were hanging around in the starter zone in front of the 5B gate. You were new to the game. You were kind, you were considerate, you had some honey quest, everything was good. And then you got moved up to the pine tree field, and you know what? You're getting too big for your boots. Your bee buzzy boots. You've changed, man. You don't look at me like that. It's the face. It's the face that gets me. So smug. He knows what he's done. He knows what he's done. And with this, I present you my progress so far. Here is where we're at. So, here's the problem right now, right? As I'm sure you guys know, well, some of you guys will know, we just released the Minecraft Shady Oaks SMP. So it's kind of been a bit of a tricky balance between grinding here on the Bee Swarm and then also trying to keep up with that series. But what I've been doing over the past, I'd say, couple of days is I've been dedicating like 2 or 3 hours a day just to grinding honey tokens. And it's been a journey. Now, we've had a few stinkers in our time here on Bee Swarm, a few tricky quests, but I would honestly say that out of every single quest that we have ever had in Bee Swarm, up to this point, Honeybee's Honey Wreath is my least enjoyed quest ever. It is the most frustrating thing in the world because there is only so much that you can do to gather honey tokens at a certain speed. The only way to complete this quest is simply grind and grind and grind and grind and grind. And you may notice, so currently we're on 72,000 of 99,000 tokens. The problem is not necessarily the tokens or the honey gift links. It's that guy in the middle. It's the old coin scatter. Now, this is a this is a problem. So I've tried to actually be fairly clever with how I've been grinding honey tokens, and basically I kind of realized pretty quickly that there's just no point to grinding out stick bugs because we have the coin scatter quest in the middle. So essentially, from what I've noticed, like, I've not changed my hive in terms of honey gift tokens. I've not added extra bees that give me that because it just so happens that the rate in which I get regular honey tokens is exactly the same as when I get gift tokens. So you can see that those two bars, they're pretty close together, and I think, to be honest, when I finish one of those, the other one is going to be done as well. That's not the issue. The issue is the tokens from Coin Scatter. Now, the problem is, of course, you do need the gummy mask in order to trigger this ability, or the honey mask, but there is only so much you can do. Like, you are locked behind a cooldown for Coin Scatter. So I think Coin Scatter stacks, like, I don't know, how many does it scatter? I would say like 20. I've not actually counted them, to be honest with you, but I'd say about 20, 25 tokens in the field. But every single time Coin Scatter triggers, it then has a 2-minute cooldown. So for the next 2 minutes in a field, there is literally nothing else you can do but wait for it to recharge, and then in 2 minutes time, you can go again. Now, actually getting it to trigger is not a problem for me. Like, I've got a bunch of bees that have the mark abilities. So, I mean, you can add a couple of extras. I actually, to be honest with you, I got rid of one of my bees, which was heartbreaking. I'm very attached to my bees, but I got rid of my gifted rascal for now, and I added another vector bee in. It just happened to give me a vector, so I was like, okay, just for some extra mark tokens. And as you can see, it's really far behind. So I think that by the time the honey tokens and the honey gift tokens are going to be completely 100% finished, I'm still going to have probably 2/3 of a bar left of Coin Scatter to collect. And I'm wondering, did Onnit mean it to be like that? Or were all three of these supposed to fill up at roughly the same amount of time? Because it's not the 100,000 honey tokens that's particularly the problem, it's simply the Coin Scatter. It's an absolute sausage of a quest. It's unbelievable. So essentially, here's what I've been doing. I've actually been doing the majority of my token harvesting in the coconut field. So a really, really good way of getting these honey tokens quicker is to utilize coconuts. Now, of course, we have our coconut canister, so that drops coconuts. We also have our actual coconut tokens, which we can drop as well. And what I've been doing is I've been using my Windy Bee's Whirlwind ability to essentially farm here in this field. Coin Scatter is activated. See, the thing is, I've been collecting every single Coin Scatter token that I possibly can when it triggers, and it's still much further behind than any of the other ones. So essentially what I've been doing here is I've been using this field, and every single time a whirlwind goes, I plant a sprout, and then the sprouts harvest me more coconuts. So I've essentially been spending hours and hours and hours in here, constantly automatically dropping coconuts, and then farming, and then trying to hit scatter. It's the Coin Scatter, man. The Coin Scatter is a nightmare. Because in reality, if you think about it purely in like a time scale, you're not actually collecting 100,000 honey tokens worth of time. You're going to be collecting like 150,000, 160,000, which is how many technically you're going to have to do time-wise in order to fill up the scatter. So yeah, I'm kind of just mentally preparing myself for when that honey token thing hits 99999, because I know the Coin Scatter isn't going to be finished. And how do you get the Coin Scatter to fill up? You quite simply just spend more and more and more and more time running around a field. There's no other way of doing it because you're locked behind that 2-minute cooldown. So, you know, if it was once every minute, then maybe it would probably go at the same time. But because it's 2 minutes, I've got no problem activating it. That's fine. I can do that quickly. But always having to wait for the cooldown is proving a bit of a nightmare. Seems like my camera keeps slipping today. Apologies if there's like a little line there. It should be gone now. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm up to right now. So in terms of the actual Bee Bear quest lines, I am on number 8. So I'm really close to finishing this one, to be honest with you. I wanted to get this one finished for this episode, but out of all the things to be stuck behind, I have to take down scorpions, and I have to use microconverters. And of course, as soon as I want to actually get this quest done, I run out of microconverters. So that was great. I can do a honey storm and a snow machine now, though, so let's get those ones done. And I have a present to give, and I think we're going to give it to Science Bear, because he's been a good boy, and I feel like we've left him out. I'm so done with honey tokens. I dreamt about honey tokens a couple nights ago, not even joking. I dreamt about collecting honey tokens. Oh, I mean, I feel like it's bad when you're dreaming about collecting honey token. Like, it's not my first Bee Swarm dream, to be honest with you. I have dreamed about Bee Swarm Simulator quite a few times. But, yeah, it's just one of those things, man. So, it's kind of slightly, I don't know, so, like, it's kind of interesting. I feel like everyone plays the game differently. Now, in terms of how I play Bee Swarm, especially over, like, the past year and a half, and especially when it's an event time, you know, something like Beesmas, I actually tend to play more in short bursts. So I play every single day, and I log in multiple times a day normally, but I tend to do it in short bursts because the thing is, right, is that, like, you know, you have all of these things on the map which have cooldowns, and for a certain amount of time, you can't even use them. So what I tend to do is I tend to come in on, like, the morning or the early afternoon. I play for, like, an hour or so. I log out. I go and do some other stuff, record a video, different game, do some editing, whatever. And then I come back later on. I hit all of the stuff. Everything's, like, respawned. It's really good. Get loads of items. And then that's kind of how I play Bee Swarm. But doing this quest line is now the complete opposite because I can't really do that anymore. I just have to do hours and hours and hours of grinding, which I don't mind because it's Beesmas, these are tricky quests, and that's the purpose of them. But this is a stinker. An absolute stinker. Oh, and there's my coin scatter. Just another 700 coin scatters and we might be there, boys. I'm just salty on it. On it always wins. He always wins. Now I feel bad because we like to have a bit of a laugh and a joke with On It, wind him up a bit. But we should always know that at the end of the day, On It is always going to have the last laugh. He's always going to win. So yeah, let me know where you guys are up to with your quest lines. Now, I do believe that there are people that have not only completed the honeybee one, but I think there are also people that have now completed the BBM. So I simply have nothing else to say to that apart from GG. That's a lot of dedication to the game, a lot of hours in there, so you've got to respect the hustle, you do. But yeah, I am so determined to do these quest lines. I'm going to do them. It's going to be painful, but I'm going to do them. So I think another couple days, I'll have this honeybee wreath one done, and I'll also probably have the festive wreath ones done. Once again, though, the problem with the festive wreath ones is that they're simply just locked behind time gates. So, you know, I can't remember the one previous to this one, but I think you had to do the gingerbread machine, so that takes like 4 hours. This one, you have to wait for 25 scorpions, and they spawn in twos, so then there'll be one extra, which is really annoying. You know, they have like these time things like locked behind them, so there's only so much you can do per day. But it's the honeybee one, man. I'm so done. I never want to collect another honey token, ever. Should we give a present to Science Bear? Should we cheer ourselves up a bit? I'm so salty today. All right, buddy. All right. Here we go. Beesmas is amazing, but it sure keeps us busy. Science Bear, you're trolling me. I know it keeps us busy because we're doing nothing but collecting honey tokens. Oh, let's give a present. All right, come on then. Oh, of course. Time to exchange our gifts. Let's see what you've brought me. Fascinating. A BI-84 scientific calculator. Oh, okay. These reliable devices are the standard for universities, despite being unchanged for over 15 years and still sell for their original price. Anyway, now for your gifts. Some gumdrops, neon berries, and the conical flask ornament. Okay, convert rate, pineapple patch, and extra convert rate hive. Thanks again. You're welcome, dude. So, I think now technically we've handed in every single present apart from Honeybee. Do I want to give Honeybee a present? If I could give him coal, I'd give him coal. In fact, no, I wouldn't even give him coal. I'd just give him a really sassy look. Like, you know, one of them. That's what I'd do. I'd blank him. Honeybee's no longer on my Christmas card list, man. He's banished. He's banished to the Shadow Realm to collect honey tokens for all eternity. So yeah, I mean, this is the thing. I kind of wanted to make this video just to give you guys like an update. I'd love to know, like, you know, where you guys are up to on this quest line. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much are you enjoying coin scatter? Yeah, this one is a bit, it's a bit of a pig. Not gonna lie. So yeah, the actual honey tokens, like once you get in the groove, you can get a pretty good amount of them. It's just a case of rinse and repeat, but I'll keep working on it. So hopefully by the next time that you see me here in Bee Swarm, we will not only have completed the honey wreath, maybe, but we will also have the festive workshop. So I'll probably do an episode where we get collect number 10. So I'll probably finish this one off really quickly and then try and do number 9, and then we can do number 10 in a video. That would be cool. But yeah, it's just a case of being patient with me. Don't worry, I've not forgotten about Bee Swarm. It's just a bit of a hectic time right now, sort of doing all of this like all at once. So I'm doing my best. Wish me luck. Oh, I've done so many sprouts as well. I had 500 sprouts when I started this. I'm on 150 now. So many sprouts. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, my kind of little tips, I suppose, for collecting coconuts, if you want to try and increase the speed in which you are getting them, I would recommend farming in the coconut field, just because you can constantly replenish your coconuts by using sprouts. The only problem is, of course, is that if you get I've had like a bunch of diamonds just spawn, and gold ones, which tend to take a little bit longer to break down, so your windmill? I've gone Bee Swarm mad. The windmill, this windmill device, it'll take a little, so it'll probably go by the time you've harvested it, but if you can constantly replenish your coconuts, you can constantly keep dropping them, and, you know, it's just a really nice little extra amount of honey token that you can get. But that's what I've been doing. It has worked so far. But yeah, it's just a case of keeping trucking. Keep trucking on. All right, okay, so yeah, as I kind of said, like, I've not got a huge amount to tell you guys in this one. I would have loved to have been able to show you some more, probably hand in this quest, but I completely forgot about my scorpions, so that's fun. And I'll see you guys in the next one for maybe a slightly less salty voyage. But thank you for sailing with me. It's been an eventful episode, and I wish you guys the very best of luck collecting these honey tokens with me. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. So until then, thanks, and see you.